I think we're live. We're
I
live,
think we're late.
everyone. Yeah, we're late. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm late by 1 minute. Somehow that makes it the end of the world. Oh, God. But what is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back into the news stream. And that is right. We are live on this beautiful October 8th, 2024. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you're in the world. I'm starting a great day myself. And we are joined by Real Texan Politics.
Hello.
And I believe that's it for now. We may have others joining a little bit later. And there's a lot to get to. We got to talk about the Trump rallies and talk about the current state of the campaign because people are losing their minds. They're saying, oh, it's all over for Orange Man because he's doing a rally in California. And I know people are saying this is a clickbait title. It's not clickbait. It's a topic of the stream. Because people are saying that his campaign's poorly ran. And, yeah. So, there's a lot to get to. But first, like usual, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. You know, just $1 a month, folks, to join the channel for the daily content. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way is to send super chats via the chat. Again, I'll read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chat's the best way to get your questions answered. And already we got a couple super chats to read. Sophia Lotkis for 2. Our Eternals are bad for Dems. Wisconsin +3. Trump doing this. Yeah, so was it the Wall Street Journal that reported that? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I said. Yeah. So apparently the Wall Street Journal's reporting that it's Trump +3 and Democrat Eternals. Listen. If it's Trump +3, now that Cook Political Report thing makes sense. You know, if it's Trump +3, do you really think Hovney's gonna do 3 points worse than Trump in Wisconsin? I don't think he will.
Not.
You know, that's why I think Cook Political Report, they moved, for those that don't know, they moved Wisconsin to toss-up, I believe. That's what you said? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
Yep.
moved it to toss-up. So, let's see here. Let's see if I missed any super chats. Yep, we got a couple to read through. A Glitch Evie for 2, late American politics. K-Cup for 5, was in the newsroom today and they saw Harris on The View, then they immediately started bashing Trump. There's no Harris support, only Trump hate. Well, yeah, that's the Harris campaign. Orange Man bad. Reasonable to simp for 5. I know it's a pipe dream, but Vance DeSantis 2028, 2032. The DeSantis Holy 2036, 2040. My dream for the next 16 years. I don't think that's going to happen. You know, DeSantis is going to run for president. Well, would DeSantis accept the vice presidential spot?
I think he could, but I don't know.
I don't know. American Nerd for 5. Rap. We can do this stream because Trump decided to campaign in California to either help his standing in the popular vote or help with House races. Yeah, so I want to talk about the rallies a little bit. There's other stuff I want to get to. Cherokee Bear for 5. I blame Al Lichtman for me dooming about this election. Well, don't listen to Lichtman. Even Nate Silver said if you applied his keys properly, it would be a Trump win. That's what Nate Silver said. And you know my opinion on the guy. He's, yeah, not a big fan of him. But if he's even saying that's a Trump win, according to the keys, yeah. That's not a good look for Biden. Zeppelin Z99 for 2, talk about what Biden said. Yeah, there's some stuff he said today, which I'm sorry I get the feeling that some of those rumors are true, but we'll get to that in a second. Mega Bears for 2, Hovney sweep, that's real. And K-Cub for 2, by they, I meant the newsroom producers. Ah, okay. Yeah, I was wondering what you meant by that. But alright. So what should we start with first? The rallies, the new polling, what? And aliens join. Hello, good sir.
Morning.
So, you know what, since you're here and you're from California, what's your thoughts of the Trump rally in California?
It's great, man. I'm thinking of going. I think it's going to be so cool.
So, where's it at again?
It's at Coachella.
Coachella, California. It's in the Palm Springs, Indio area.
That's like Riverside,
Yeah.
right?
It's around there. It's closer to Palm Springs.
Okay. So
It's kind of a separate metro, but it's still in, I guess, sort of the LA area. So it's still pretty close to Arizona and Nevada. So I think you could draw from those areas.
Yeah, I think that overall it has sort of a multi-jointed benefit in that not only does it kind of rally California Republicans to go vote for their House candidates, but it also draws in people from the western side of Arizona, which is very deep Republican, and also people from Vegas who might be interested in coming down as well. So there's a lot of room there.
I still think he should have just done the rally around the border with Nevada. I still think that's what he should have done, but you know, I guess since there are a couple House races in that region, like isn't Ken
Well,
Culver's
I think Trump's main goal with a rally in California is he wants to win the popular vote.
Yeah, I think that's the number one reason. I think number two is he wants to help the House races, like Ken Culvert and yeah, that's Culvert's district, right? Or like that's around the border.
I believe so. Honestly, if he wanted to win the popular vote, he should have come out to Orange County.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't know. Maybe because it's Republicans don't go here, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I would have thought he would have done like Orange County or even like I don't know, Sacramento even. But Jets Unleashed for 5. Had people tell me the Midwest was surge blue because of the +4 Harris to 13 Florida. I saw that. Listen. I was waiting for a poll like that to drop. Harris +3 popular vote, but Trump +13 Florida. It's gonna happen again, isn't it? We're about to see a big polling miss. I mean, how can you release a Trump +13 in Florida and say, oh yeah, by the way, the popular vote's gonna shift Democrat? Huh?
True. Florida's in play now. They're missing in Florida, frankly.
Oh, gosh. Luke Gagnon, go on.
One thing that is sort of key to notice there is that Trump actually gained with independents from the last New York Times poll. He went from being down 4 to leading by 1.
And I noticed something very strange. For the first time this cycle, the New York Times did not release some of their crosstabs. I wonder why. Like, you look at the poll, there's no crosstabs for, like, suburbs, rural areas, urban, for, like, Hispanics. None of that.
Yeah, there's none by race. There's none that, like, go into detail on race and ethnicity.
I wonder why. I wonder why Nate Cohn hid that.
So I actually looked into it, and compared to their last poll, so they claimed they did an oversample of blacks and Hispanics, and compared to their last poll, the non-white demographic only shifted left by roughly 5 points. So I know for a fact that if they were to actually show that detailed race split, it's probably still going to show a very sharp swing towards Trump compared to 2020.
Yeah. Luke Gagnon for 5. Should we trust SoCal with more legacy, historically accurate polls in Arizona? I get he's new and we want him to succeed, but his poll's an outlier. So, for those that don't know, SoCal, who is a guest on the channel sometimes, he's a new pollster and stuff, and he released a Arizona poll, I think Harris +1. And some people are not happy about it. Listen, I'll say this. Nothing against SoCal. I just think it might be an outlier. You know, it's no big deal. You know, it might be an outlier. He might be correct. Who knows? But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I really don't have any comments, I would say.
So I kind of left my thoughts in the chat about this. I think that if Trump is actually leading Arizona by a couple points, then we should be expecting Harris +1 polls and Harris +2 to, like, drop every once in a while.
Yeah.
And one thing that I do want to note about his poll specifically is that he only has Harris leading independents by a couple points. And when you actually push them into lean Republican or lean Democrat, Trump leads the true independents by 12. So there's some silver lining to the poll. The main issue that Trump is having in the state, at least according to SoCal's poll, is that he's down with Republicans pretty significantly. Which honestly, I don't think it's going to be the case like this time around, where he's going to get like under 90% of Republicans, just because his overall favorability rating is higher than it was in 2020.
Yeah, so...
And I'm pretty sure he got more than that then.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just like, you know, you're going to see a poll like a Harris +1 eventually, but I still think it kind of is kind of an outlier, not really. I should say really outlier. It's more like statistical noise, I guess. You're bound to get one, like you said, but still, I don't know. Nothing gets.
I don't know. I mean,
he's trying. I don't think he's like purposely, get a Harris +1. That's not what's happening. I just think that's what the data came up with. Harris +1. So
it gives Libby T a reason to, I guess, jump for joy or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but it just
honestly, the bigger thing to talk about is Gallego +12.
Oh God. Austin American for 5. Rust Belt candidates, you've gotten into margins that Trump could carry over the finish line. Now let's look at the Sun Belt. Holy crap, it's bad. Yeah, let's not talk about Arizona or Nevada. Holy shit. Yeah, I think Kerry Lake and Sam Brown are done. I think it's fair to say that at this point.
Yeah, I think so. By the way, how was Lake doing with Republicans in that poll? Like, probably in like the 60s or 70s, maybe?
Probably. She's doing terrible with Republicans in every poll.
Well, that's, I mean, I don't.
Oh
Get
yeah, because like
what
what a
doing.
like a third of them are voting for Gallego.
Which I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it'll be close to like 15-20%, I would say. But Lord Rhino for 5. I know it's never gonna happen. Well, what's your reaction if Trump somehow wins California? I would laugh hysterically if that happens. If Trump wins California.
That would be like the end of the world for Democrats.
He's probably going to say that at the rally just to boost turnout. We're gonna win California. It'll be something something. If I don't,
Yeah, get out and vote. Kyle Beckman for 20. Rap, can you touch on the political article from a few days ago which said that the Trump crown game has outsourced people like Charlie Kirk, Turning Point, and Scott Presser, but not visible on the ground? Thanks. Well, no, Scott Presser and them, they're doing a great job. That's what they're doing.
mm-hmm.
So it's still like the Trump campaign's involved. They're just Scott Presser and Charlie Kirk, they're the ones like running it. So, and they're doing a good job, I think. So.
They are doing a very good job.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at the Pennsylvania numbers in a second, which, by the way, so much for that frickin' hair surge, but we'll get to that in a minute. Mike for 5. I understand California for the popular vote play, but Colorado is going blue no matter what. Aurora won't be what tips him over the edge for a popular vote win. Well, let's get into the rally stuff. So, the reason I think Trump's going to Aurora is to make a statement about, like, what's going on the fact he's shown up to Aurora, Colorado, but Harris doesn't. Which we all know there's stuff going on there. That's why I think he's going.
Mm-hmm.
Though I think he should win in August. Was that when the story broke? Like July and August?
I think so. So I think he's probably also just trying to do that to boost turnout.
Yeah, so I think it's a combination, like, he wanted to do it, but I think he should have done it in August. Right when, like, everyone was talking about it, to bring more attention to it. But that's not what he did. He's doing it now, which California I can at least understand. He wants to win the popular vote. That's what it comes down to. He wants to win the popular votes if he wins the Electoral College. They can't say, well, actually, he didn't actually win. No, he won the popular vote and the Electoral College. General Hydra for 10. Have you watched the 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris? It was bad for her. I watched parts of it, and she got asked she actually got asked, like, a decent question, and she fell apart. So,
I was raised in a middle class family.
That's what she said, basically. Every time she gets asked a question, and then she got asked about immigration, the guy's like, yeah, so under your administration, it's quadrupled. What's going on here? But now they're saying...
I was raised in a middle class family.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're going to fix it. You're the vice president now. And Biden literally said, which we'll get to Biden in a second, that's hilarious what he did. He even said that you're in charge of the border. She did a great job with the border. That's what he said in the press conference Friday. He literally said, yeah, Kamala Harris did a great job with the border.
He's in his MAGA arc.
Avery for 2. Donald Trump went all around in 16. That's no different. Well, he did a rally in California, but wasn't it during the primary?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so that's a little bit different. It's not like it's October and Trump's holding a rally in California and frickin' Colorado, but... Alright. But yeah, so I would say the Trump rally in Colorado... Yeah... I would say if he would have done this 2 months ago, I could live with it, but I think it's a waste of time a little bit. I think this is a little bit of a waste of time to be in Colorado. But what do you guys think? Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? What?
There is a house race there. So this could honestly just be a power play if they're seeing something good in their internals. I don't understand, like, what other reason he'd have to be in Colorado unless he wants to, like, shore up with Hispanics or something.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, when you go to, like, what's that one city in, Colorado? The one county? That's
probably Fort Collins.
Yeah, like, would you go to, like, Fort Collins to do this? I don't know. But I guess there is a competitive house race, the 8th, right? So,
yeah, there is.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do here. But, Mike for 2, DC's lean Republican, real and true. That is real. A glitch Evie for 5. You see, if Trump wins a popular vote, the new liberal cope is going to be if he didn't win, he didn't get 50 plus 1% of the vote. Oh yeah, that's what they're going to say. But what if he gets 51%? what's the cope then? They're gonna say actually he needs a supermajority to win. Yeah, they're just gonna keep pushing the goalposts. They're gonna keep saying actually he needs he needs to win it by 80% to win.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah. So, anyways, the Colorado rally. Outside the House race or want to show up with certain voters. I don't get why you would go here. I just don't. Hey, it's not me dooming. I'm just asking a serious question. Why? What's the point outside of the House race? Which, again, you should have done this 2 months ago if you're gonna do this. But who knows? Lord Rhino for 5. Trump isn't winning any West Coast state except Alaska. Borders Pacific, it's West Coast. Well, yeah, I think Trump's gonna win Alaska, but that's about it. American Nerd for 5. Rap, going back to the 60 Minutes interview, who did worse, Harris or Walz? I think Harris did. I think Harris did way worse. But alright, so anyways, that's it for the Colorado stuff. Hopefully this is it. He's not gonna, I swear, if he announces a rally in, like, what would be, like, more insane than Colorado or California to hold a rally in?
Massachusetts, probably.
God.
No.
Massachusetts.
I mean, New Hampshire right there. So
What about
I guess
DC?
probably Hawaii.
Well, I mean, again, I think that was a missed opportunity. I think he should have went when the fires happened, but
Yeah, I mean DC. I mean you're right by Virginia, and that's a big draw there.
I don't know. It would be funny to see Trump do a rally in DC. But yeah, I think the worst place would be like Vermont. I don't know.
I mean, when you're considering border states, I mean Vermont is right next to New Hampshire, and then Maine's right
like
there
if
as
you're on the other
well.
side of the states, like Burlington, it was just a waste of time at that point.
Yeah, probably so. And I guess what else would there be? I guess Washington, because that's not really bordering any swing states.
But yeah, Joe Kent's seat though.
Actually, yeah, that would make sense. And he's
But yeah, the only I could see. Yeah, I think this might be the biggest waste of time. Wyoming rally. Well, no, it made sense at 22 to get rid of Cheney. So
yeah, which she was going to go down anyways, but that's beside the point.
It was good to make sure she went down.
Yeah.
West Virginia. Yeah, there's some states out there that it would be a bigger waste of time. But all right, so I think overall this rally stuff, it's not going to impact anything. People are making a big deal about nothing. Like, I mean, yeah, I would recommend him in being like Wisconsin, but did he do like 5 events in Wisconsin the past week? Like, it's like, yeah, he's been in the swing states. Have you lived under a rock the past week or so? So if he wants to do 1 or 2 rallies in like Colorado and California for the popular vote, go ahead. K-Cup for 5. Speaking of interviews, have you listened to the Ruthless podcast with JD Vance as our guest? Dude is just so down to earth as it is refreshing. No, I have not watched the podcast yet. I want to, but haven't had time yet. I think I'm going to watch it after the stream, but Madison Square Garden. Well, at least the New York, you could say it's going to be a lot closer than it should be, and there's a bunch of house races, so.
Yeah, and then New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that market. Lord Rhino for 2. Trump campaigns in Quahog, Rhode Island. Yeah, that might be the biggest waste of time, Rhode Island. Yeah, Rhode Island.
Oh my. What? Oh my. Check links for stream.
Why? What happened?
Look.
Oh. Did she actually hold up? Did she actually say this?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Cack.
What?
Cack.
Gosh. For those that don't know, let me pull this up on stream. Holy crap. The View. Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years? Kamala. There's not a thing that comes to mind. Oh my god. What is she doing?
I'm looking at their Twitter account, Washington Free Beacon, and the next story after this that I'm seeing, voter registration group giving away Taylor Swift tickets is led by Eric Adams operative, who was convicted of voter F-word.
My gosh, I just can't believe that this is their campaign strategy. Yeah, let's go on The View and admit to the world that, yeah, we're going to do everything that Biden did. You sure she's a change candidate? And by the way, the New York Times, that's what they're claiming. Kamala Harris is the candidate of change. Bullshit.
Oh, going back to Arizona, we got some news here from Notice. One Democrat said if you would rank the 7 battleground states, people think Arizona's the least likely she wins.
Wow. I didn't know that. A glitch EV for 2. The worst place to do a rally is Puerto Rico. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because they can't even vote.
Well, I mean, maybe because there's, I don't know.
Well, yeah, because they can't fucking vote in the election.
I know. American Nerd for 2. Trump should do a rally in Springfield. That would be a shit show. That would 100% be just a complete shit show. And
I thought he did they do one already, or
I don't
I
think.
know I think he visited or said he would. I guess he hasn't yet.
I think Vance did.
I know the mayor doesn't want him to, but I think the mayor's also a hardcore Democrat.
The
So
mayor is like Republican, Republican in quotation.
I think he's probably a Harris Republican. I'm voting for Harris because they're saying racist things about our town.
Yeah, it's one of those things that the mayor is one of those Republicans that it's like the guy from Arizona, the Republican in quotation, but in reality he's not even a Republican. So.
Oh yeah, it's like the whatever the Maricopa County whatever it was that's endorsed Harris.
Wait, what?
I don't know. It was someone from Maricopa County. I think he got primaried out and then he endorsed Harris.
Oh. American Nerd for 3. Harris' campaign is worse than Kerry 04 and Mondale 88. I wouldn't go that far just yet, but because, I mean, we all know what happened to Mondale. I mean, he had one bad commercial and that killed him, so I wouldn't go that far. Let's see. The most useless place for him to do a rally would be Wichita, Kansas. Actually, yeah. It would probably somewhere be Kansas or, like, Missouri. Like, Missouri's not a swing state anymore, but...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would just...
What?
I don't know. I mean, I guess Hawaii probably would be the most useless just because there's like... It's so isolated, and it's such a blue state.
I know, but he missed an opportunity. He should have done it right at the fires.
Yeah, I probably should have, but...
But I don't know why he didn't. I don't get, like, if he would have done that, that would have made sense. Because, you know, that was like a year ago at this point. Let's see. Blind Boy Gaming for 2, please turn down real text or turn yourself up. Oh, is my thing not up? Okay. How about now? There you go. Mike for 2, Dove's rally location will be U.S. Virgin Islands. Oh, yeah, that'll be dumber. Yeah, Virgin Islands. But don't they do a straw poll in the Virgin Islands? I'm pretty sure, like, there's some islands out there that, like, it's actually very predictive of the election. I think it's like American Samoa or, like, the Virgin Islands. I can't think of which one. It's, like, the one that they do a straw poll, and it's, like, pretty accurate. So, I mean, maybe. But, do a rally in American Samoa. But, alright, so, yeah, the whole thing with the Trump campaign stuff, we'll just see what happens. But... I think overall it just do rallies in the swing states. Don't waste your time in California. Well, again, California, whatever. You can argue it's a popular vote, but still. But all right, so let's talk about the actual state of the race, not just the Trump campaign bad, because the people are saying that, like, they were saying the Trump campaign has sucked anyways. So it's like I don't get why people are making a big deal about this. But all right, should we talk about Pennsylvania because we had history made today? Do you guys see about this?
What?
So
I think I know what you're talking about.
So Michael Cruiser, this is what he said. I have been tracking Pennsylvania absentee requests and returns since the primary 2020. Today was the first time in just over 4 years, 10 statewide elections, the Republicans out-requested Democrats in mail absentees for the previous day. 8,300 Republican requests, 8,079 Democratic requests. Yeah. For the first time in the last 4 years, Republicans out-requested Democrats in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah, Republicans are doing very good in the early vote so far relative to previous years.
Holy shit. Listen, I'm not saying that Trump's going to win Pennsylvania by 5 or 6, but at some point, you cannot tell me with a straight face that this is actually good news for Dems. Because it's not just, Republicans are gaining. They're just out voting Democrats now in some days.
I may or may not have just accidentally pulled a Vivek. I'm not commenting any further.
What?
I may have accidentally pulled a Vivek on the stream.
What do you mean?
I'm not commenting any further.
What?
I'll say it in chat.
So, Rap, if you check in general chat, if you look on TargetSmart's early voting dashboard and filter out registered voters by their vote frequency, you'll see that relative to 2020, first-time voters and infrequent voters have swung collectively like 20 points to the right.
Really? 20 points?
Yeah, look, I posted the charts on general.
20.
This is all from TargetSmart's early voting dashboard, and this is, of course, like relative to the days to the election as well. And this is by registered party, so it's not using TargetSmart's modeled party. This is using actual Secretary of State data.
Yeah, so with TargetSmart, you still gotta be careful because they're ran by a dumbass. But if they're admitting this, that it's, and this is from the Secretary of State's website.
So the registered party numbers are from the Secretary of State website.
Let me pull this one.
This isn't just using TargetSmart's party modeling.
Shitty
stuff.
modeling.
Yeah, their modeling is pretty bad, but they're probably on the mark with the vote frequency.
Yeah, so the second one is the first-time voters, right? Yeah, so in 2020, it was 63% Democrat. Now it's 53% Democrat. Republican, 14% Republican in 2020, 26% in 2024. Huh. And what's the first one? Infrequent voter. Yeah, it's one Republican. So It's clear that it's not just, Republicans are, they're just cannibalizing their election day vote. They're not. They're actually getting new people out to vote. That's what this is saying.
Guys, we're winning Pennsylvania, guys. Come on.
Well, I think we are, but Democrats are trying to cope and spin about now they're spinning the early vote data. There was some guy, I don't know who it was, but this guy was saying, yeah, the requests look bad for Democrats, but right now Republicans are getting killed in the returns. That's a spin they're using. They're now saying that because the returns lean more to the left, which we'll get to that in a minute, they're now saying it's over for Trump in Pennsylvania. Well, you know what they don't mention? I believe it's 25 counties in Pennsylvania right now. They have not shipped out mail-in ballots yet. And take a guess how Republican these counties are. Just take a guess.
Honestly, that makes these first-time and infrequent voting numbers look a whole lot better for us.
Yeah. For those that don't know, these voters that are the returns, these are coming from mostly Philly, Chester, Delaware. It's not coming from the rest of the state. It's 25 counties, and 23 of them, they're R plus 20. And they're not voting yet. So wait, these are just actually of the returned ballots as of now?
These are the returned ballots as of now.
Yeah, these numbers are even worse than on paper. Holy shit. Because this doesn't include a lot of the Republican areas. That's what they're admitting, by the way. You can look this up. The Secretary of State's website, they have their own webpage where it's 25 counties they list as not voting yet or whatever. So these numbers are actually inflated for Democrats, and they're still getting crushed. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't think this is good news for Dems at all.
It's not just Pennsylvania where this is happening either. I mean, we've seen the numbers from Christian Haynes on Virginia. There's numbers on New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, and Florida, which all have
North Carolina mail got redder.
Yeah, they all show the same pattern.
That's the meme, by the way. It's got redder. Yeah. Glitch EV for 2. Remember Jason Palmer? Oh yeah, the guy that actually won a primary.
Yeah, American Samoa or something.
Yeah. Reasonable to simp for 2. Does Vance get the low propensity voters in 28? That's to be determined. It is Vance, but will they vote for someone not named Trump? I don't know. Lord Rhino for 2. Pennsylvania R plus 5. Here we come. Yeah, because I completely forgot that this hack is saying it's actually the return rates are so good for Dems. Because guess what, jackass? There's a bunch of Republican areas not voting yet. They're going to start voting the next 2 days. It's 25 counties. They make up a large chunk of the Republican vote. So, yeah, these numbers are bad. These numbers are real bad for Dems. Which, again, this is target smart, but you gotta be careful with because, well, we all know what happened in 2020.
Yeah, their modeled party's not great at all, but their registered party is accurate because that's just going off of how people actually register as.
So if this is actually the registered voters, I mean, I don't know. Let's see.
And by the way, you want to hear another gem?
What?
Republicans are outdoing, in Florida specifically, they're outdoing their 2022 numbers with turning out with the first time in frequents.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Hold up. No way. Send that here.
All right, 1 second.
So hold up. They're already outvoting 22 in Florida?
Yeah, among infrequent voters. Republicans hold a 0.3% lead so far, and in 2022 at this time, Democrats held a 0.8% lead. So they're slightly outdoing 2022.
Holy shit. Wow. Hold up, let me get this on stream. Mike, you weren't kidding. Holy shit. So for those that can't read that, in 2022, infrequent voters in Florida, it was roughly 33% Republican, 34% Democrat. Now it's flipped. Now it's actually more Republican than 22. And I mean, look at 2020. It was 50% Democrat.
And by the way, it actually gets better than this. There is also a metric where you can see whether or not people voted in 2020 at all. And among 2020 non-voters, Republicans have seen a 9-point swing right from 2022 in Florida.
Lord Rhino for 2. Does this mean a McCormick win? Maybe. Hello, Poster Tubs.
Hey, what's up? I'm gonna be leaving in like 5 minutes, but I just wanted to check in. Is the topic of this stream is the Trump campaign a disaster?
So no, it was kind of one of those titles that's not really clickbait, but point is, you go on.
Yeah, I kind of like publicly if you saw my tweet yesterday, I was a little skeptical of campaigning in like Coachella of all places. Like you can do a California rally like in, let's say, near Lake Tahoe. That'd be pretty useful. Or a rally in like LA, maybe that translates to Vegas, because I still think Nevada, I think the polls are probably underestimating Trump there. That's a hot take I have. But yeah, I don't really get like campaigning in Coachella. Or I get because of the migrant prices, but I think Springfield would be more impactful because it's the Midwest. But that's it. Just it. I don't think it's the end of the world, but I don't really understand the strategy here.
Yeah, so we
we got rally news.
What?
Trump will be rallying in Prescott Valley, Arizona this Sunday.
There we go.
Let's go.
So yeah, it's not so much for the idea that Trump's campaign is not going to campaign in the Twin States. Yeah, you're full of shit. So they just announced that?
Yeah, I think so.
Prescott Valley. Where's that again? Is that Phoenix?
That's
like central Arizona.
Okay. That's like
all right, I gotta go. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
So they're already. Yeah.
Did you see what I posted on the non-2020 voters?
In Florida?
Yeah.
Let me get this up. Infrequent did not vote. Holy smokes!
Yeah. R plus 16 swing from 2020 to 2024 for infrequents, and for first-time voters from 2020 to 2024, it's an R plus 21 swing. So it's a lot.
That's Pennsylvania, by the way.
That's Pennsylvania, and this is Florida. Florida, the people that did not vote in 2020, they have swung. What is that? Since 22, they have swung 9 points Republican. Holy smokes!
Yeah, I know New York Times Siena is not the best poll. It's kind of hit or miss, but they did have Trump up by like 13 or 14 in Florida, which, is pretty interesting. I don't know if that means much, just throw it in the aggregate, but I think Trump wins Florida by like 10 and like Texas by 7 to 8. I still think the polls are kind of fucking around in Texas. I don't think it's going to be within 7, but I don't know.
I totally agree.
Nate Silver's about to pay up a lot of money. Holy shit.
Yeah, Nate Silver. why is he so like bullish on Democrats in Florida? Like he's been okay this cycle. Other
No,
than
he
that, like
hasn't. I think he's hedged his
eh,
bets, but
compared to like 538, like
oh yeah,
Silver has
538's lost it
problems.
completely.
But like G. Elliott Morris is a complete. I only take yeah.
But yeah, so what I think Nate Silver is doing, he's hedging his bets to say he was right no matter what. That's the game he's playing. So, Mike for 2, I'm thinking Pennsylvania will be redder than Wisconsin this year. I still don't think that's gonna happen, but the early voting looks so bad for Dems in Pennsylvania. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so I love how Nate Plastic's model. Do you guys see this? He released his new his updated forecast in Florida. And the New York Times is, according to him, it's like the gold standard of polling. That's what he said. Right? He literally said like they're the best pollster ever. Like it's #1 poll or whatever. His updated forecast in Florida, despite having a Trump plus 13 from the New York Times, his #1 pollster, it barely moved. You can't make this up. I guarantee you, if it was Harris plus 1, that entire model would flip to Democrats. I guarantee you that. But, oh, it's Trump plus 13 and barely moves the forecast. Give me a freaking break. This guy is such a hack, it's unbelievable. But enough, no, tangent's over. You get the point. I'm not a big fan of Silver. Nate Silver's money in Florida. Yeah, he bet $100,000 on Florida. Do you guys see that?
Yeah, that's like a bit too much. I wouldn't. I know he's worth millions, but come on, dude.
100,000. Go on.
No, I would only bet 100,000. That's like, oh, will Trump will Alabama? Will Democrats win California or like Massachusetts?
Like
that's the only thing I'd bet. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd bet. Or even like Democrats winning Colorado, like at all. I'd bet 100K on that, but I wouldn't bet 100K on Florida being within like 7. I mean,
That's
2022 polls underestimated Rubio by a lot.
Yeah, so Nate Silver is about to lose 100,000. But if you're gonna do that, like, if you're only gonna spend 100,000, do like a parlay for like Alabama, California, and like New York, and do a parlay. Actually make money. But he really believes Florida's within 8 points. Go ahead. Now watch what's gonna happen. He's gonna say actually there was no contract signed, so we can't do the bet. That's what I guarantee that's what he's gonna do. Lauren Rhino for 2. Do we have Wisconsin or Michigan early voting data? Not really. No. Let's see here. Nate Plastic is a hack. He got schooled horribly by my brother, Adam Lichtman. No, Nate Plastic owned Lichtman. I mean, Lichtman's basically saying that he's the only one that can use his forecast.
Lichtman's a complete clown, though. Like, Nate Silver's just hit or miss. Lichtman's a fucking idiot.
His son said that Florida's competitive, so... I gotta find that video. Like his son literally said that Florida's like within play, like within the margin of error, and and Harris can win it. Go ahead, try to win Florida and see what happens.
Something else I'll note, and I maybe in a few minutes I'll have to go, but something you have to note about all the polling that's coming out lately, with the exception of Morning Consult, which is total bullshit. Almost no poll has Harris above 50%. Whereas, like, pretty much every poll had Biden cracking, 50, 51, 52% in 2020 comfortably. And in 2022 and in 2020 and in 2016, most of the polls had Hillary and the Democrats as a whole under 50%. Like, in the 47 to 50 range, which is where Harris is right now. Which isn't very good for her,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of these polls are just like Morning Consult every fucking time. It's always Morning Consult and Bloomberg. Every time there's a good poll for Trump, they come out of the woodwork and say Harris plus 12 in Michigan. Every time. They've done this like 5 times a cycle. It's unbelievable. But let's see. I want to see Nate Plastic's reaction if Trump wins every county in Florida. If Trump wins every county, that's not gonna happen. Because you got what are the 4 counties?
Broward.
Yeah.
Broward, Orange, Leon County, Gadsden, maybe Palm Beach.
He's winning Miami-Dade, I think. That's kind of a foregone conclusion, I think, but...
Dade is going to flip red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably. Palm Beach is going to stay Democrat unless something crazy. I mean, even Rubio didn't win Palm Beach in 22. I mean, Trump's not going to win that place. It's too elastic. Inelastic, I mean, not elastic.
Let's see here. I mean, like $100 betting on Trump in 2020 had selling at 2 a.m. Well, yeah. In 2020, people have made a lot of money betting on like predicted. Some of those bets were just ridiculous. Remember, it was like Trump, like he had on predicted, I think it was 1 cent for Trump to win Ohio by like 5 or whatever. It was 1 cent. But by the way, that should tell you everything about predicted. Do not bet on predict. Well, if you want to make free money, go on predicted. But the idiots that are on predicted, it's just Democrats. Polymarket's at least like they have people with 5 brain cells.
What's up? I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be back in 20 minutes. I have to drive home.
Okay.
If the stream is still going on by then.
We should be, I think.
Okay.
What's your stance of Vivek's proposal to raise the voting age of 25? I don't think it's a good idea. I don't really see how you can do that right now, but Lord Rhino for 2. What?
No, not for.
Lord Rhino for 2. Watch the margin of Orange County, Orlando. Yeah, Trump's like, did he lose Orange County? Or did Rubio lose Orange County?
I mean, that's that's still a very Democratic county. I mean, DeSantis didn't even win it.
That's what I thought. But yeah, if it's like within like 5 or something crazy like that.
Oh, if it's within 5, Trump's probably 25 points.
Yeah. K Cupper 5, my oldest bro who is handicapped, asked me driven to his polling place to cast his early vote for Trump in Wisconsin. He found a way, no excuses vote. Yeah, I mean, it's year 2024. If you'd have like issues like you're handicapped or whatever, you could vote. They make it easy for you to vote. So. Liquid says Harris will lose if Rust Belt and Sun Belt will win. Hold up, he'll win Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, Texas. I hope that's real. Oh yeah, Alan Lichtman believes Trump's going to lose the election through Montana and Texas. Go ahead, predict. I put money on that. Put money that Trump's going to lose Montana.
Just basically flip all the states that like, yeah. Just flip the whole 2020 map.
Yeah, just like it's the reverse colors. It's like the meme, like some guy like Red Line. He made a prediction. I forgot who it was. He's like he literally made the same map but reversed. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. Vivek should just go away. I'll never vote for him in Ohio. No, Vivek's a smart guy. I think he'd be a good governor. Now that Trump is going to Colorado, can someone make an edit of Trump dancing in Casa Padita? Oh gosh. Oklahoma D+1 incoming. All right. Sooner poll. Oh God, there's a new Sooner poll. No. Please tell me that they released a new one. Please, I don't want to see a freaking Trump plus 12. Reasonable to simp for 2. DeSantis only lost Orange County by 7. Yeah, it was plus 7, I think, for Christ. Charlie Crisp. Yeah, he only won it by 7. Alan Lichtman is based. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a troll. That's definitely a troll. All right. Do we miss anything? Oh yeah. So there's something very interesting that I don't know who posted this. Look at this. I wish the polling was correct. We're not doing as well. We are in the lead in our own internal polling, said Gallego, describing the ballot upstate. So I guess Gallego is basically saying that they're screwed in Arizona for the presidency. Like, I don't know where the source comes from, but apparently that's what Gallego said. That they're winning their internals, but it sounds like up ballot they're not looking good in Arizona. Which, I mean, is that really a surprise? At this point in time, can Harris, like, what's the chance Harris can win Arizona?
Maybe like 30 to 40 or something like that.
It's like, if they're admitting that the polls don't look that good in reality for her, like they wish the public polling was correct. If that's what they're saying, that, oh yeah, we wish the public polling was correct. For starters, it just shows you the public polling's bullshit. For starters. But it should also tell you that their actual internal polling, which again, I think the Wall Street Journal, they had a Trump plus 3 in Wisconsin. That's what the Wall Street Journal said. Or reported, I should say. They reported that Democrats had a Trump +3 in Wisconsin. You know, the question I should ask is, are we about to see a huge polling miss yet again? Because if they're admitting that's Trump +3 in Wisconsin, which I still don't think it's going to happen, but are we about to see a bigger polling miss than even 2020? Is that even possible?
Yeah, maybe.
Aliens, what do you think?
I mean, theoretically, it is possible, but
I mean,
we kind of just all we can really do is go off of history when like looking at polls, because there's some that are better and there's some that are worse, and a lot of the crappy polls from 2020 are clearly hurting into a like low single-digit Harris win.
at most.
While all the high quality polls from 2020, at least regarding the popular vote, seems to be like mixed. Because you have Atlas Intel with a Trump +3, and then you have Tip with a Harris +3.
But again, Tip
So
changed their
pick your-
methodology.
Yeah, I know. There's also Emerson, and then there's New York Times, which are both well, New York Times, we don't know if it's actually going to do good this year. It had like one good year in the midterm, and that's it. But
Even
Emerson is pretty reputable nationally.
the thing with
Harris up by
Emerson, you have to be
1.5.
careful though, is their swing state polling can be absolute trash, but the national polling can be pretty decent. Actually, pretty good, I should say.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the national polling.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
the
have
national
Harris
polling.
leading by, they have her up by 1.5. That's obviously pretty bad for her. So it's like, we'll see. One of them is going to be right. One of them is going to be
Yeah,
wrong.
you can't have like this is the thing. There's one that's gonna be right. The New York Times has like Harris +3 or 4. Emerson has like Harris +1. Atlas Intel is a Trump +3. So does Rasmussen, by the way. They can't all be correct. Like,
Yeah.
there's statistical noise, but that's beyond just a 1 point miss.
Yeah, one of the really high quality pollsters is going to be embarrassed. That's all we can really know.
Okay, so there's a list of voter registration changes that I found here.
Oh yeah, then Bruce post. Holy shit.
Yeah, so there's a few states where Democrats are outnumbering Republicans, but for the most part, Republicans are outnumbering Democrats.
Holy shit.
So Democrats are outnumbering Republicans in Colorado. Not really surprised.
Wow.
Maryland,
Wow.
also not a surprise. New Hampshire.
I think that's kind of expected because there are a bunch of Republican or independents and Republicans that were Democrats that voted for Haley. So.
And then Oregon, which again, not a surprise.
Yeah. Outside
So really, yeah, just only one swing state, which is New Hampshire, which is not really a swing state.
I mean, look at New Mexico. Look at North Carolina. Look at Pennsylvania. Jesus. Pennsylvania swung more Republican than Florida. Holy smokes.
Florida's a 60,000, and yeah, Pennsylvania as well.
Pennsylvania became more Republican than Florida. The last month, I should say. Wow.
Well, and that's based off like registration changes, but yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, Oklahoma, that's funny, man.
Tech G490 for 5. Remember last year when Colorado tried booting Trump off the ballot and won the primary vote? It actually makes sense why he's doing a rally there. Again, he should have done the rally last year. I don't have a problem with doing a rally in Colorado if it was like last year, right after the Aurora stuff, or actually a couple months ago. But yeah, some of these numbers are kind of funny. West Virginia, 4,000, -57 for Democrats. New Jersey. What is happening in New Jersey?
A lot of independents or something. It seems like independents are outnumbering the most in North Carolina.
That's interesting. Now, the question is that, like, those independents, that's what's going to decide the election, I would say. Are these Trump voters? Or are these Harris voters? That's a question we should actually try to answer. Because if these are Trump voters, yeah, she's done. Because you can't get out-registered this much in Pennsylvania and then frickin' North Carolina. Even Nevada. But who are these others? Who?
Yeah, and another thing to note is that across almost every poll, both statewide and nationally, Trump is doing better than 2020 with independents.
Yeah, but
so that's
also I sent it
It
earlier.
doesn't tell us exactly, but That's just a little metric we can go off of.
Also, I sent this earlier. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Harrison Butker signed a fundraising email for Josh Hawley.
I saw that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm curious, like, a pollster should do a study on this. They should poll only the new independent voters. Only poll voters that became independents the last 6 months. Right? I'm curious, because if these voters are, like, heavily Republican, she's done. This is the demographic, because are these low propensity voters? Are these people that they just registered for the first time in their life? Or maybe they voted 20 years ago, but they got kicked off the voter rolls, or something like that. I am very curious about that. Could anyone do a study on that? Maybe SoCal. Maybe someone can talk them into it. Like, do a poll of new independent voters and see how they're leaning.
Oh, Trump's going on Ben Shapiro today.
Oh, God. Is he actually going to ban Ben Shapiro?
Well, I mean, he also did an event with him in New York, so...
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that because, people are not happy about it.
Yeah. Well, it's just a certain kind of people that are...
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the new Big Tent for Kamala Harris.
The Big Tent. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a Big Tent from Bernie Sanders to Dick Cheney to Big Winters.
Anyways, Florida Dems are the best in the country and they know how to win elections. That's real. Yeah, Florida Dems know what they're doing. Yeah, the Florida Democrats, they should take over the National Party. Go ahead. See what happens. If Trump wins Pennsylvania more than 5, let's move Scott Presser to another swing state from the work its magic. Yeah, I think move him to... Ooh, where should we put Scott Presser next year? If we win by a lot.
New York.
New York. Is that the Hail Mary?
Why not? Why not? If we win by that big in PA and New York and New Jersey have really strong shifts, we should have him double those states.
That's not a bad idea. If Pennsylvania shifts like 5 points Republican because of Shapiro, or I should say Pressler.
Yeah, we should really, if we win and we win by a good margin this election, we should invest some serious resources into New Jersey and New York.
Give Scott Presser all the money he wants. Write him a check of like $100 million. Let him cook.
Yeah, if Democrats are allowed to do it in Texas and they've seen some results recently, then we should be allowed to do it in New York and New Jersey, assuming we have a good cycle.
Yeah. I think, New York and New Jersey, that might be the play. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I just want to see what happens in this cycle. If it does shift like 10 points Republican, yeah, let's go for it.
Virginia would also be a good state, but there's already a good operation there. I think they're doing a fine job.
Yeah. But I would maybe argue just let Scott Presser run the entire show. We need more Scott Pressers. We'll give him as much money as he wants. I guess also TPUSA, they're doing their thing. But it's clear this is Presser's doing. This is just crazy. And a quick reminder that Ronna McDaniel, she refused to talk to him. Remember, she refused to talk to him for like a month straight. That should tell you everything about her, by the way. So
let's see, we got more news here. Velma's being canceled after 2 seasons.
W's in chat, thank God.
Some guy with a Palestine flag in his bio is telling people to scratch Kamala Harris off their ballots, which is actually illegal and invalidates the ballot.
Well, I mean, if they're not going to vote for her, I mean...
I think this guy was telling Trump supporters to do that, but yeah.
So... Alright, yeah, so also we gotta talk about the hurricane, because we got an update. Apparently, it got even worse. Apparently. So I gotta find the tweet, but apparently, it's getting so bad that... Let me find this. For those that live under a rock, Florida's about to get absolutely hammered by, Milton. It's Hurricane Milton, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There was a Palestine march at my college, yesterday.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, Hurricane Milton, I guess they're apparently it got even worse. I gotta find the tweet. Where is it?
Oh yeah, I went up to Category 5 and then down to a 4, and then It might go back up to a 5. I don't know.
Well, people are saying like they may have to like classify as a category 6. It's apparently getting that bad.
Oh, that's bullshit. There is no.
I don't know. I gotta find the tweet. I can't find it. But yeah,
I
speaking
think
of,
it's the same people that think that the Democrats are doing you know what.
yeah, I guess.
The
Yeah,
weather.
I must have like misread somewhere, but yeah. Well, let's hope it's as not as bad as some people are saying, but.
And then they tell the meteorologists that they're sheep for not believing that.
Yeah, people that know what they're like, the people that actually know this stuff. But yeah, speaking of Milton, did you guys see what Biden did today? Listen.
All right, I have class. I gotta go.
All right, adios. But yeah, for those that don't know, Biden he basically threw Harris under the bus today. For those that don't know, Harris was on The View this morning, and Biden mysteriously gave another press conference. The second that was happening, he gave a press conference. And this is what he said. The governor of Florida has been cooperative. Oh, God. Pause that. The governor of Florida has been cooperative. He said he's gotten all that he needs. I talked to him again yesterday, and I said, what? I said, you're doing a great job. It's being done well. Thank you for it. And I literally gave him my personal phone number to call. So I don't know. There was a rough start someplace, but every governor from Florida to North Carolina, God, it's hard to speak like Biden, has been fully cooperative and supportive and acknowledged what the team is doing, and they're doing an incredible job, but we got a lot more work to do. Yeah, so basically, for those that don't know, yesterday, DeSantis, hung up a phone call with Harris because he was pissed off at her or something. And Biden was asked about this, like, how Florida and with Florida and Governor DeSantis, I guess he handed up the phone call, and people were asking about that, and he basically said this. So it's like he's saying that Ron DeSantis is doing a good job. He's a great guy. Alien's question is this the MAGA arc for Biden? Are we currently experiencing a MAGA arc for him?
So one thing I want to note is that I think it was Jack Posobiec or somebody else, claim that there was an altercation between Jill Biden staffers and Harris staffers. Now, I have no idea if it's legitimate or not, but if it is, then it would definitely explain some of the funny counter signaling that Biden has done.
I think it's real. We know this. Don't let the media fool you. They do not like each other. Biden's people hates Harris's people and vice versa. They hate each other. And it does not sound good. So, again, it could be fake, I guess, but we know they don't like each other. Trump is not wrong when he said they don't like each other. Why else would Biden be like counter signaling anything Harris would do and then throwing her under the bus? Oh my gosh. Lord Rhino for 5. Come on, Biden, do the funny, endorse Trump. Yeah. American Nerd for 2. Biden-ese is a difficult language to master. Yeah, it's very difficult. Let's go, Brandon. Translation: to eat shit, Kamala, I want to be remembered as a good president, not a failure. Well, I mean, like, it's just ridiculous what happened to him. Again, like, they threw him out of office. Or out of the race, I should say. But yeah, so people are saying that this is not a coincidence. Yeah, what is the 4th time he's done this? Like, anytime Harris does, like, a speech or whatever, he does, like, this press conference out of the blue. And then he just says, oh yeah, Kamala Harris is doing a great job with the economy. And the border. I hope to God that this is just like him as an FU trying to throw her under the bus.
Or he wants to try and take credit for what she's doing, like because she's leading by this much. It could be that as well, that maybe he just wants to take credit. Because
I don't think that's
we'll see though. It would be very funny if he ended up endorsing Trump or something.
I don't think that's gonna happen. The closest thing would like if Biden like announced the world what actually happened. If like the 25th stuff was real. That would be freaking hilarious. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I guess it could, but we will see. If Biden, what?
Sorry, did you see the new Nevada poll by RMG?
Yeah, tied race.
Yep.
It's Sam Brown down by 16. And you have a good point, like, I cannot believe that his face And that's what the truth is. His face is hurting him more than the Mark Robinson stuff. I just... Oh my gosh. I just can't believe that's American politics now. Where
True.
Mark Robinson, he had a big scandal, and I think the hurricane stuff kind of made people forget about it, but Sam Brown's face is hurting him. I don't like to talk like that, but that's just the case. Democrats, that's where they're running on. They're running, they're not saying it directly, but if you look at some of the ads they've ran against Sam Brown, you could tell what they're trying to do. It sucks, but that's what's happening. American Nerd for 5, Biden to Harris, that's a nice campaign you have there. It'd be a shame if something bad happened to it. Yeah. I thought Sam Brown's face would help him. I never bought, I always thought it was not going to change much, but yeah. I thought Sam Brown's face, I read that. I hope Sam Brown loses by less than Lake. I mean, okay, how much does Sam Brown lose by? That should be the question we answer. Like, does Sam Brown lose by like 8? Or does he lose by like 15, like RMG is saying? I don't see how you could lose by 15. To me, that's just pushing it. You can't lose by 15 in Nevada. In a presidential year, yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. Dems get sympathy votes, Republicans don't. It's just a reality. Yeah, Republicans, they don't get sympathy votes. Only Democrats do. But Harris should do a pro-Israel rally in Dearborn. Oh god, that'd be a riot. There'd be shit burning.
Buildings blowing up everywhere.
Okay, that's a little too far. Thunderstrokes for $2.50 or $2. What makes Alan Lichtman so confident? He's a freaking never Trumper. He's deranged. He's gonna be wrong. And if you actually look at his forecast, he's gonna be wrong. It's not just my opinion. You look at what he's actually saying. His entire predictions rely on the fact that he claims the economy is good. He claims Biden has no major disasters with foreign policy. He's claiming that Trump's not charismatic. They're claiming that the Democrat Party's united and that there's no shenanigans with the hair stuff. It's like, you have to assume all of that just for her to barely win. If just one of those are false, she loses. American Nerd for 3. Isn't Sam Brown a bad-looking version of John McCain? Well, yeah, Brown had his, he got blown up. In Iraq, was it? I think so. Reasonable to simp for 2. Republican bench in Nevada sucks. Yeah, they got Lombardo, and that's about it. Laxalt's good, but he can't win. I don't get why Laxalt just can't go over the hump. For whatever reason. Oh, hey, Yeet.
Hey, I'm in my car. What's going on?
Well, we're
talking about Sam Brown's face costing him like 10 points in the Nevada Senate race.
I knew that candidate was fucking dead on arrival.
I never liked,
we all did.
Sam Brown was never a good candidate. I never get why people thought he was such a great guy. Remember, everyone was saying that he was going to win. Remember that?
Bro, he doesn't even have like a lot of money. He just has nothing. He has nothing going for him. He's just Sam Brown.
Yeah, Sam Brown, like, again, and what's killing the face thing's going to kill him. And I don't like to talk like that, but it's clearly hurting him. For whatever reason, voters don't like that.
Yeah, we were talking about how Sam Brown's face seems to weigh equally on the minds of voters as Mark Robinson's entire plethora of scandal.
Well, like, subconsciously, whether you like it or not, like, people don't want to look at that for 6 years. At least 6 years.
I just find that disgusting, but...
People are saying that your microphone's too quiet or something.
Is it?
I think so. People are talking about it.
Let me turn it up.
Is the stream on?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, buddy.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to
Is
hell.
my mic sound good? I'm on my phone.
Yeah, it probably sounds better than mine. I don't know. Blind Boy Gamer for 5 can confirm RFK Stein West will appear on the ballot in Michigan. Vote a split ticket for GOP/US taxpayers. Good alternative to GOP if you're more pro-life in Michigan. Well, I would recommend voting Republican down ballot, but depends who you're voting for, I guess. Yeah, I just find it awful that Sam. That's the reason Sam Brown's going to lose. Not because his policy's mid, but it's because his face. I think it's disgusting. That's the average voter now. They care more about that than what Mark Robinson did.
The 3 disaster candidates this cycle for Republicans have just been Sam Brown, Carrie Lake, and Mark Robinson.
Yeah, Sam Brown, it seems like he might be recovering. Or Mark Robinson, I don't think he will win, but
Yeah, he'll lose by like 12 instead of like 18. Congrats.
Remember when people were criticizing the Trump endorsement of Laxalt in 2022 over Sam
he
Brown?
can't win, and that Sam Brown was such a good candidate. Yeah, about that. American Nerd for 5. Rap, why couldn't the Nevada GOP just nominate the libertarian dude from the Pawn Stars show? I know what you're talking about. Oh, why can't I think his name? Rick Harrison? Yeah, Rick Harrison. Yeah, Rick Harrison, I mean... is he ever going to run? He keeps saying he's going to, but he doesn't.
Nothing ever happens.
I want him to run so badly just for the memes. But I think he'd be way better than frickin' Sam Brown. And that's quite obvious at this point, because at least he has name recognition and people like him. He's just a meme, but... let's see. Sam Brown's only down by single digits. Enough time left still if Trump wins Nevada. Well, the problem is it's getting late. You know, like...
Well, Sam Brown's down like 8.
Yeah, and not only that, some polls have him down by 16, which I don't think is going to happen, but I just think it's becoming too late for him to pull off an upset. Because you see, Moreno is surging. Now there's a new poll out that's tied.
Yeah,
it's eternal.
Hovey and McCormick were down by 10, and they're now surging. I just don't see it for Sam Brown, and that's just not a good time for Republicans in Nevada. I think even if I don't know, Trump could still win Nevada, but I think Republicans are dropping the ball in that state. You know.
A quick reminder that that a lot of people are saying that Sam Brown would have won in 22. Yeah, about that. How's that going?
Yeah, there's no way.
I mean,
it's so sad we couldn't have ran Laxalt.
But he lost too many times. He lost twice, and I don't get why he can't go over the hump in Nevada. For whatever reason, he gets very close, but he just can't win. It happened in 2018 and 2022. Let's see here. Blind Boy Gaming for 5. No, there's a Snyder running in a local race. Never giving that mess a vote if I could choose not to. That and the Meyer family. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. 2 polls out of Lake down by only 6. If she does well in tomorrow's debate, that's not going to change enough people's minds.
Is it the AZ debate tomorrow?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thunderstrokes for 7. For me, the Notre Dame University poll, the Teamsters poll, and the Michigan 18 to 29 voter poll from CNN alone tells me everything I need to know. Yeah, it's like, I don't get some of these polls. Like, you have big studies from Notre Dame, the Teamsters, wasn't there another poll for Muslim voters? Like a big study?
There was the Arab American poll, which had Trump leading by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, those big studies, even there's the NAACP, they had their own study. And Trump is doing like 20 points better with the unions. He's doing like 40 points better with Catholics, young Catholics in particular. He's doing like, I think it was, he's winning the Muslim vote. He's doing 20 points better with black voters. It's like, and these are big studies. And these are studies that tend to be more accurate. So, I mean, I don't know. Mike for 5. I'm Rick Harrison, and this is my Senate seat. When talking to Zelensky, best I can do is $300 for Ukraine. That's real. Trump wins Macomb County by 15. That seemed about right. Maybe a bit too much, but... Our next chance is honestly Lombardo at 28. And he'll suck at policy, but he's still better than nothing. Well, Lombardo, he's fine, considering, but... Yeah. Lombardo's not the worst Republican. Not the best either. All right. Did we miss anything? I think we went over everything. Surely.
Yeah, pretty much. Other than a new Bullfinch poll out of
Bullshit.
Pennsylvania, but they're not even worth. Yeah, they're not worth it.
Yeah, that poll is just complete horseshit. Isn't that Kinzinger's group? Kinzinger. Adam Kinzinger. I think that's his group.
Who knows? They're not worth their
Probably
time.
is. Yeah, for those that don't know, Bullfinch is a bullshit pollster. Ah, funny, I said the thing. Did you... What?
Bolster. Do not take anything from Bullfinch seriously.
Yeah, they're a shitty pollster. House prediction. I'm doing a house. We're doing one house prediction. That's be in November. I'm not gonna deal with it for now because there's a lot of moving parts, and it's not. You can't really do a house prediction right now. Alex Jones for Senate. Real.
We got to wait for, I think, the final fundraising data for those to
Yeah.
come out.
Because this kind of weird period where it's like you're getting conflicting reports for like the House. I'm just gonna wait till November. I know I would say I would do monthly predictions, but I decided for this month, and there's a lot of moving parts. You gotta wait. Which, by the way, that we're gonna have like 5 straight streams of like big election predictions. Holy crap! That's gonna be like the House, the Senate, and the President. Not doing a governor's prediction because that's well. Is it just New Hampshire and that's it at this point? That's like
I think it's basically a debate of if Washington will be under 10 or not, how New Hampshire will go, and if North Carolina will be under 10 or not.
Are you
It
talking about
probably won't
Washington
be.
under 10? Washington State?
There's an interesting. The Republican there is a little interesting. I don't
You
think
mean the
it'll happen.
governor's
but-
race? Oh, I thought you were talking presidential. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? No way.
Donald
But-
Trump is going to lose Washington State by less than 10 points.
you
It's
lose-
true.
if you lose
No,
by less than 10,
No,
I'll
he,
We're
no,
now
he was
on
just
point
talking about the
politics.
governor's race, but I think I have a bunch of friends in Oregon, including, some people who are not Trump people, not Republicans at all, who say that Oregon could be within 10, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be Harris with 12,
On
personally.
point politics was right all along.
Oh gosh.
On point politics. I think, but I think Oregon's probably going to move right by like 3 to 4 points. But I think in Washington, I don't know. I think Washington's going to be Harris plus 17 and Oregon Harris plus 12. What do you guys think?
For what?
I said my Pacific Northwest prediction. Washington Democrat plus 17 on the presidential level. Oregon Democrat plus 12 or 13 on the presidential level. That's my PNW prediction.
All right.
Well, as an all polls believer, I'm mandated to say that Oregon will be D plus 5 and Washington will be D plus 21.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's how some people. That's how some people like operate, though. Actually, they don't. They just take what they like in polling and call it a day.
The last poll out of Oregon was D plus 5, bro.
I saw that.
Can't.
And isn't it like an accurate pollster too?
Who knows? But as an all polls believer, I'm mandated to receive it and take it as final.
All right, American Nerd for 5. To be fair to Lombardo, he is a governor of Nevada, which is like one of the more moderate states. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Nevada's not the worst, or Lombardo's not the worst, but he's not really the best either. All right, Washington will be more competitive than North Carolina's governor's race. I wouldn't go that far. Reichert's not going to win, so.
No, I think Washington will be closer than North Carolina's governor race. I will say
geez.
that.
Yeah, Washington Gov might be closer.
It's
You
a
know, if that
possibility.
happened, I don't know. Weren't there a few polls from Washington that showed Trump winning right before? No, Trump was not winning Washington. If that happened, I was to say, no, that's not happening. That's bullshit.
Somebody in chat is claiming that the New York Times Texas poll has Trump winning Houston.
What?
It's just coming from somebody in chat, but that's interesting.
So Trump is okay. Hold up. Trump is winning Florida by 13. He's up in Texas by God knows how much. Yet he's only up by 3 to 4 to popular, or down by 3 to 4 to popular vote. So is that
Didn't Sienna have them up there like 6 in Texas? Is that
Yeah,
is that
they did.
right?
They did.
So you're telling me that the popular vote's going to shift against Trump, despite Florida shifting 10 points Republican?
No, Rap, don't you know that South Dakota is going to swing 10 points left?
Shut the fuck up.
Did they poll for the Senate in Florida?
I don't think so. I don't think they
Damn.
I don't think they did the
Everyone
Senate.
knows that race
They
is
knew
not
they-
competitive.
They couldn't keep up the grift.
Well, I'm interested in the margin.
Which, by the way, you look at the polls, they're hiding crosstabs now.
Oh my.
Yeah, so they do not have by area type and by race. First poll this cycle by the New York Times not to have either. They're hiding it. I wonder why.
It's a bit sketchy.
I wonder why they're not showing those numbers. Because they would have got embarrassed like their last poll where they freaking had like Trump getting like 30% of the black vote or whatever.
Oh yeah, Maryland Senate race might be closer than North Carolina Gov.
That would be cursed. It's a possibility. That's all I'll say. Do you think Robinson loses by like? Sorry. Do you think Robinson loses by 10 to 15?
I say by 5 to 10.
I think it's like 14.
Does Trump win Starr County, Texas? Yes. I think he does. California going red. It's like that meme of like Buzz Lightyear, like what was the meme with Buzz Lightyear? Like we're going for New York or California.
We're not aiming for Texas.
Oh my god! Can you imagine though the election actually comes out of like New York or California? Just like out of the blue, like Trump has to win California to win. It's like he's actually winning. Oh my gosh. How long do you think it will take Scott Presser and Stellan to flip New York if it's given enough resources? With what they're doing in Pennsylvania, give it a month. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but I don't know. I don't know. We need to abolish all mail-in voting. Maybe. Let's see. Have you looked it up? Trump's leading by 4 in Houston. If he's winning Houston by 4 points, how the hell can he be up by only 6 in Texas? Are they really gonna claim like Austin's shifting like 20 points left again?
No, I think they're gonna count like the Woodlands. What's the county? The north of Houston. That's like Montgomery County. Montgomery County. They're gonna say that Montgomery County counts as part of Houston.
Oh, so they're playing games with that. Okay, I get what they're doing.
If Trump's winning Florida by 14, he's probably winning Texas by at least probably like 10. Not 10, but like 8 to 10 ish. At the minimum.
Yeah. Let's see. I still don't understand how people can take Harris seriously. I don't know. But I think that's kind of it for everything. If anyone got more super chats, more questions, concerns, comments, begin sending them now. Last call for super chats, folks. Last call for super chats and questions. Send them now. Send them now. Under talked about, but Dems have really dropped the ball in New Hampshire. Well, that's kind of expected because they had a weak candidate, and New Hampshire down ballots were Republican. So IOT's gonna win, I think.
Yeah, AI is also just strong.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I think IOT's gonna win. How could she lose at this? I mean, she's up by 3 already, and it sounds like the Democrats like running a shit campaign. So, yeah, we just gotta see.
And this is the same pollster with the same, where they have the same sample going for the down ballot Dems, like in the House by like 9 to 11, whatever. I think it's like, well, Pappas is up like 9 or whatever on theirs. It has a up 3.
Yeah. But all right, I think we're in the stream here. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, smash a like. Oh, we got a super chat. Reasonable to simp for 2. Remember, everyone, Orange Man bad. Well, that's all Harris is running on. It's just Orange Man bad. That's her entire campaign.
Orange Man bad in abortion.
Yeah, it's not with. You notice how they stopped talking with threats of democracy? Because they started to lose that issue. They have lost the issue of freaking threats of democracy to Trump. I cannot believe that's real. So all they got is abortion and Trump and Orange Man bad. That's all they got. And I guess climate change, but even Vance actually won that issue during the debate. I can't believe that's real either. That he won the issue of climate change. Alright. Anyways, folks, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, wherever you see me in. Actually, another super chat. Riley Moore for 2. Imagine DC the swamp going red. It's never going to go red. There's no way in hell it can. It just, yeah, it's
Switch
DC.
incoming.
What?
Party switch incoming.
Yeah. It would take, like, Republicans nominating Nikki Haley and then, like, Democrats nominating, like, RFK for that to happen. That's the only way I could see that happening. It was like Haley versus RFK. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, we'll be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, but probably tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, we'll see you guys next stream, video, wherever you see me in. Godspeed to all of you.